Hey guys, thanks for stopping by Gregsbeerreviews today. Yeah, the old clock says it's 5 o'clock. Beer 30. Let's go see what's in the fridge today. Hey everybody, thanks for stopping by Gregsbeerreviews today. Today's beer, we got some pumpkin beers in the fridge, guys, that need to be done. I've tried to get all the IPAs and all the hoppy stuff out of there, and we wound up with, I don't say a bunch, but we got several different versions or several different breweries of pumpkin beers, and we need to get them out of here. So we're going to start off the new year and get rid of these beers and get them out of there and make room for some newer, tastier stuff. I tell you guys, I've done a bunch of different pumpkin beers over the years, and they're all pretty much the same. I mean, they got the pumpkin pie spices there, nutmeg and ginger and cinnamon and allspice, and they all taste pretty close to the same thing. They're very easy drinking, usually a thin, I want to say watery, a lot of times they're not. And there are some imperial versions that a lot of people love, like the pumpkin and some of that stuff. And either you like it or you don't like it. I've tried that particular beer several different times, and I just find it too buttery, stale, popcorny taste to me. It just doesn't blow my hair back at all, guys. So we're going to see what these beers bring, because we need to get them out of the fridge. They've been in there long enough. So we might as well do a run of pumpkin beers here. So this is Karbach Brewing, and Brandon sent this to me, and as everybody knows, they just sold out. I hate to hear that. That's a shame. I'm sure they will lose some sales over that. A lot of people are unhappy that they have sold out. So let's see what this one brings to the table here, guys. Great Beer has us at 7.9%. It's not on the can. It should be, but it's not on the can. Beer Advocate has it at 8.5%. And Untapped has it at 8.5%. So who's right here? That's why it needs to be on the can. Because you get a bunch of different bits of information, and that's why it needs to be on there, especially if they're doing the same beer year to year and the recipe's changing. But they probably want to use the same damn can over and over and over again. That's why they don't put the ABV on it. So this says this was crafted on 09/06/16. So this beer is getting a little age on it. Another reason why we need to get it out of the fridge. But if it's at 7.9 or an 8.5%, it's going to keep for a little while. So it's got a big commercial descriptions here, and like I said, I don't know if I should read it because we don't know what the ABV is on and who's correct or not, but I'll go ahead. Directions: take pale, Munich, and crystal malts and mash for 90 minutes. To lauter with pumpkins, baked for 60 minutes. So this was made with real pumpkins, which is a good thing. At 420 degrees, and boil wort for 70 minutes. Add hops beginning and end of boil, and add pumpkin pie slices at the very end of the boil. Ferment with Belgian ale yeast, cold condition, and bottle. Best served chilled in a goblet-style glass. To goblins, ghouls, and naughty nurses at your favorite Halloween party or uptight in-laws at Thanksgiving dinner. Well, we're beyond Christmas, so it's time for those goblins and ghouls to get on out of here. So let's get on with this, guys. I don't want this to be a real long video. Food parameter for this, it says general dessert, and the meat is poultry. Last right, a pint Bacaronic tumbler mug. I'm using my favorite tulip glass, and it says here not recommended for extended cellaring. So let's not celebrate it any longer. Let's get it into the glass. It is a richer color. It's kind of on the darker side. All right. Brandon, thanks again, my friend, my brother, for sending this to me. Sorry I didn't get to it sooner, but it just worked out that way. About a good finger of head on that pour. It is a really deep mahogany color, guys. It's a little bit of light shine through the thin part of the glass, but up here in the big bowl part, not getting a lot at all. So it is a rich color. So let's get a nose on it. It smells very typical of a pumpkin beer, guys. It really does. You get all those notes that I was saying earlier. That's what I'm smelling. Cinnamon, nutmeg, ginger, all your typical pumpkin pie spices. It actually smells pretty good. It really does. It's got a really good smell to it. And if they use real pumpkins, it might have a good taste to it too. So let's find out. Let's dive in. First beer of the day. Cheers, everybody. Cheers, Brandon. That's tasty. It is. Whether it's 7.9 or 8.5 or whatever it is, the alcohol's very well hidden. It does have a very delicious taste, guys. This would go very well with some pumpkin pie. So, well, let's run out of the fridge. Let's take it back and let her have a couple sips out of it and sip on it for just a little bit and see where it ends up. I'll be right back. Alright guys, I'm back. Got just a little left. The other half liked it. It is a tasty beer. It really is. The only thing I'm going to fuss about, now it's got the date on the bottom of it. Thumbs up to them for doing that. But is it a 7.9 or is it an 8.5? And I told you why. More than likely they're using this same can. Now the picture on Beer Advocate is showing a bottle with a completely different label here. Well, it's a similar label, but it's not in a can. I mean, it's a paper label. Beer Advocate has the same bottle, so if this is the first year they've done it in the can, why not put the ABV on it? That's the only fuss I've got about this. You need to know how strong a beer you're drinking, especially if you're driving. Maybe you can have a 5% or a 6% and still be safe to drive home. But if you're drinking an 8.5%, the story changes just a little bit. So I like to see the ABV on the cans, guys, and on the bottle, so you'll know what you're drinking. And like I said, thumbs up to them for putting a date on it. We got that bit of information, but we still need the ABV. So let's do the final chug here. Wonderful aroma. Made with real pumpkins. Very well done. I'll have to give them that. To me, guys, I'm just going to be straight up honest with you. Like I said earlier, the pumpkin beers are not my cup of tea. I've done quite a few of them. But this one is a tasty one. I will say that because it's brewed with real pumpkins and it's got a very nice taste. And no matter what the alcohol is, it's well hidden. So it's well-made beer. But because it doesn't have the ABV on the can, I think it's an A- beer in a B+ can. So with the information I have, that's where I'm going to put it. I'm going to give this B+, 89. That's where I'm going to put it. Need to have the ABV on the can. Now maybe they've all balled out. They'll end up putting that on there now. We'll see. Over to Beer Advocate. Beer Advocate has it at 84. I think it's a better beer than an 84. I really do. And over to Rate Beer has it at 93 overall and 98 in the style. And those guys over there were very impressed with it. And it is a very tasty beer. I would probably have to say this is the tastiest pumpkin beer I've had this year. It's probably the only pumpkin beer that I've had this year, though. But we're going to change that. Like I said, I've got a few I need to get out of the fridge, so we might do a run here for the next couple of days and get some of those pumpkin beers out of there. Alright, our final check-in, we'll step over to Untapped, and Untapped has it, it's 2016, and they've got the can, the right can pictured here on their site, and this says 3.85, which is the B+, and I agree, and that's where I'm putting it. Tasty beer, they ain't got it listed at 8.5%, and if it is an 8.5%, it is, alcohol is super well hidden. I got no traces of that, so if it's 8.5%, be careful. You might want to have this one at home if you're going to have more than one anyway. So, very tasty, Brandon. Thanks a bunch, my brother. I do appreciate you sending this to me, starting off the pumpkin beer week. So, and I've got a couple more that he sent me that are Imperials. And we'll get to that. I've got 3 different versions of the same beer, 2014, 2015, and a 2016. I've never done a trifecta. I've done a vertical side by side, but I've never done 3 at one time side by side, not especially in an Imperial version. So I don't know how well that's going to go. I might be drunk as a pig if I try to do 3 of them. I definitely have to share 3 glasses with her. So, but if you've had this one from Karbach, their Krunkin Pumpkin, let me know what you think. I think it's a tasty beer. It's very well made, very well done. To see them get to put the damn ABV on the can, that's my only fuss. Tasty beer. If you've had it, let me know. Come on back tomorrow. Let's see what's in the fridge.